Yo, 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 yo. What's up, Atlanta? You already know what the deal is, player. You already see I'm sitting in the secret room at Third Eye Collective with that Lotus Eaters Club, dough. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Good morning.
Not much. Hey, how you doing?
So I'm going to let you go around the table and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Courtney Hicks.
I'm Chris Alvarez,
Mario Daniel.
and we're the Lotus Eaters.
We are the
Some
Lotus
of them.
Or some
A
of the
couple
Lotus
of
Eaters.
Lotus Eaters.
Do you guys do art?
Occasionally.
We do.
Occasionally.
We do. We're mostly known for doing art.
Yeah.
and some of us taking naps.
I like to take a lot of naps.
Basically, I'm sitting here with the Wu-Tang Clan of Atlanta art. And
Woot.
I
That was so lame.
just had to get that on record.
You were on
I apologize.
camera, man.
I apologize. I'm so attached to that moniker. So
No, it was a very accurate one.
There may not be a whole lot of people out there who really know about you guys personally, you know, the club or who you are and what you guys contribute to the art scene in Atlanta. So, you know, maybe you guys could tell a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Courtney Hicks, and I'm an illustrator. My day job is I work as a digital illustrator on the FX show Archer. And your turn.
Yeah, I'm Chris Alvarez. I'm an animator. I also work for, I do animation for TVs and movies and murals for the Lotus Eaters Club.
I'm Mario Daniel. I'm an independent artist, illustrator. I also do murals and whatever else Lotus Eaters Club is doing, and it's fun.
Yeah, if you don't know about us, the Lotus Eaters, we are an art collective here in Atlanta, and we just like to draw and drink and paint murals. We're just a small little family,
And nap.
Nap.
Real gang shit.
Yeah.
A
Woo.
little napping.
Yeah, so we just like to paint and have a good time.
Okay. So is it, and I'm going to ask this question to all three of you, rapid fire, right?
Okay.
Is it Super Mario Bros. Or is it Legend of Zelda? Which
Super
one?
Mario
Which
Bros.
one? Okay. Is it Bambi or Brave Little Toaster?
Oh, Brave Little Toaster.
Gang.
Talk about a throwback. Fucking love that movie.
Okay.
Yes, Brave Little Toaster, 100%.
Is it Half-Life or is it Quake?
Oh, it's Halo.
It's Halo.
Cheater.
I never got into. I know they're amazing games.
Yeah.
I never got into those.
Okay.
I never got into Half-Life or Quake. I
Okay.
played them both,
Uh-huh.
but I never. No.
Spent more time with Halo.
Yeah, I was a Halo. Yeah, obsessive.
Okay, so did you beat Super Mario Brothers or Legend of Zelda first?
Mario Brothers,
Okay,
for sure.
but you eventually got to the print, or you eventually got the Triforce, right?
No.
Never got the
Oh,
Triforce.
You don't admit that on camera.
Listen, guys. I'm a little bit older than you guys.
Little.
So this thing called puberty kicked in,
Ah.
and the Triforce wasn't as important as the Triforce.
Didn't you bring
you
a
know what
Who
I'm saying.
Framed Roger Rabbit game over to your first?
Oh my God! Why are you bringing that up?
Because
Is that a
we're talking
Nintendo
about
game?
being older and mature. A Who Framed
my
Roger
God.
Rabbit video game.
All right. Do I gotta do this?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Do I gotta
brought it
do
up,
this?
so you gotta go ahead and lead in.
Okay. Long story short, when I was a kid, there was a game called on the NES called Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And
This was after puberty. He was playing this game.
yes. All right. So long story short, I was pretty much the only boy on my block in my neighborhood for a good while.
Okay.
And I remember one of my friends, she had the NES and I didn't have it yet, but I would get the games and we would go over and play them. Long story.
This is before Netflix and chill.
I see what's going on.
Yeah.
3 times. Long story short, 3 times.
I-
It's not any story. It doesn't
Short
count.
story long. So I had the game. She basically coaxed me in to play the game, and I'm trying to play the game,
See, when I
and
play
essentially
different
I got taken advantage of.
She was after the joystick.
She was after
He
the
wanted
joystick.
to-
Yeah. So, but I have feelings about NES and Super Mario. Bro.
I'm sorry to bring that up. All right.
But you got to play with some boobies.
It was a good time after.
Yeah,
right?
A and B, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. All right, let's move on to something
Yeah.
else.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. So like, did you just spend more time with Brave Little Toaster than Bambi?
You know, I watched them both a whole lot. I mean, I'm a big Disney fan, but early Disney's movies
really
didn't
like
always
Disney.
have, like,
Disney's the best.
Disney is everyone's favorite. Our family favorite. But yeah, like I think Brave Little Toaster was just like, what is this? Like now there's a toaster who has feelings for me, a child, and
Yeah.
it's just like I think it was more interesting as a child to be like, okay, the vacuum's alive and the toaster's alive,
Yeah.
and the blanket's alive.
Plus, Bambi can take a sharp turn.
Yeah.
Does it? And it's also one of those movies that's like, it's a very slow sort of, we don't really have an exact storyline. It's like, just look how fun these animals are having it for until, murder and mayhem. But yeah, they're both good, but Brave Little Toaster hit me different.
There's a sequence in Brave Little Toaster where the late Phil Hartman voices a air conditioning unit that's stuck in a wall, right? And he's jealous of all the other appliances in the
It was
house.
amazing.
He can't move.
They can move around, but he can't, and he short circuits himself out of. He basically commits suicide
Movies
in
were
front of these.
Dark.
I remember that.
And
that
that
was
sequence is very dark. Like we watched it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this is like bad, right?
Yeah.
And there's a sequence where the TV in the new apartment is really the older TV from and they kind of reconnect. They're like TV or whatever. and he's going through, he's trying to get the master to go to the junkyard, and he's like trying to convince the thing, and he's pulling out all these porno magazines, right? And they have like XXX, like XXX magazines that
need
he's
to
like
rewatch
pulling
this
out.
movie.
No, so this movie was animated by a different studio. It wasn't an internal studio at all.
Was it
It
Bluth?
was an independent studio, and then the rights were bought by Disney and for the home video release, right?
Okay.
So it was kind of produced in this bubble outside of Disney,
Wow.
and then when Disney got it, they censored it and everything.
Because if I'm correct, that was Toy Story. What's the name of the guy who animator got sexual?
Oh, his
John
name is-
Lasseter?
yeah, John Lasseter.
yeah, I feel that was one of his first projects with he was in charge of that.
It's just one of those weird 80s animations
Bizarre.
that got sucked up, for the home video rights, and then they censored the crap out of it.
That's kind of like a lot of like stories and media for kids back in those days. They would sneak in like
Yeah, they're
mad, crazy
guns, they
stuff.
had everything.
Yeah, like Gremlins scarred me, man.
Yeah.
Like they don't make stuff like that for kids anymore.
No.
Well,
So, yeah.
Gremlins was not for kids. The first one was not for kids.
Gremlins was rated PG.
Was it?
Yes,
Well, that
it
seems
was,
a little-
it was rated
little
PG,
loose.
and I
There a lot of people die in that movie.
yeah,
A lot.
and, like
Well,
they don't.
This
like,
is before the PG-13 rating, though.
yeah, totally.
Oh, that adds
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
So
And,
they don't
and
make
trivia,
stuff like that anymore.
what was the movie that single-handedly caused the need for that rating? Do you guys know? The one that is cited in the industry?
Terminator.
No.
No?
I think it was Indiana Jones. One of the Indiana Jones.
It's the second Indiana Jones
Yeah.
movie. There's a sequence where they go in this guy's heart and they rip it out.
That's right. That's right.
And
Caliber!
it was such a industry outcry. Parents were like,
Yeah.
I can't believe this. So they created this intermediate between R and PG after that
Oh, that was
movie.
a great
Yep.
scene.
And I can't remember the first movie that's rated PG-13. It's like some 80s rom-com or something that has the first PG-13
But
rating.
wait, so they got mad about the heart reaching out. There were plenty of moments in that movie before then that people should have.
It was
there
so
were
graphic, I think
eyeballs,
they were
there
Yeah,
trying to make
were
I think it was
balls,
just
there
graphic where they were
Yeah.
like, this is pushing the boundaries or
Yeah.
whatever. Like kids were like, oh my God.
I just remember playing it with all my friends. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unam Shivai.
But I kind of miss those days when you can have like kids movies that were kind of dark,
Yeah.
and subversive. Like
Agreed.
so, yeah. Like I remember stuff like the Labyrinth had a lot of subversive stuff in it. Never in the story. Like what is it? The wolf guy Gamork.
Mork, harbinger of the nothing.
That hunt my dreams, man. Just those eyes in a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun scaring children.
They don't do that anymore, but they should.
So we had a run-in recently with Lotus Eaters Club. They just painted 2 excellent murals here at the warehouse, which I will show on the screen really quick. Check this beautiful work out. Guys, thank you very much for putting this together for us.
oh, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's actually like the response that we've gotten from these are usually it's like shock, then amazement, then awe, and then they're like, can I take a picture in front of this thing?
That's a good
that's
order
dope.
of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like to provide selfie opportunities for residents of Atlanta. That's our primary goal, for people to take selfies of themselves.
Big selfie
Yeah,
opportunity.
yes, yes.
So it's raining right now.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Big time.
Y'all hear that?
I hear it. It's
We
like
brought the elements with us.
AMSR. Rain.
ASMR?
Yeah, rain. Tapping of the rain. So very softly. Either one.
You're making rain sounds?
Yeah.
I'll take it. Watch the pollen off.
Yeah, seriously.
And I was looking at your guys' Instagram before you guys got here. You guys have been doing art at the Met for like a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since
3 years. We were here for 3 years.
yeah,
Yeah, originally.
Funny, we were in the same area and didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yep, we were in the Mutiny Studios right across the way.
Did you guys have a studio at Mutiny that you guys worked out of?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I've never been over there. Unfortunately, I missed the event. What's it like over there at Mutiny?
Oh, it's really cool. It's really just a big art collective where it's a huge warehouse, and JP, the guy who runs it, started creating small art units, affordable art units
For artists.
and it worked out for us very well.
Yeah. AMSR. Tracking of the sounds. Raindrops. Dripping on my head.
I suck with my hands. I'm such a digital artist that drawing things on paper never really made sense to me. I was never really like proud of anything that I drew outside of stick figures on my homework back in the day. So I never really gravitated towards that. But where did your love and appreciation come from actually creating stuff with paint and pencils, paper, not a computer?
My grandma, like she was an artist. And I remember growing up, watching her just doodle things in her little book and stuff. And then like I would go visit her, or she would like babysit me, and then I'll see her painting and draw. She has like her easel and stuff. And I'm like, I'm gonna draw that. I'm gonna try to do what she's doing, and I found I had a knack for it. So it just kind of started from there. There's more to it than that, but yeah, watching my grandma paint, and it was, yeah, she was pretty dope.
That's beautiful. What kind of art was she into?
She would do like still life type stuff. So she can paint you. Ooh. AMSR. She can paint you, like she can paint and draw anything. I don't have that particular ability, but yeah, she still life type stuff. She'll paint that, draw that, that. She'll paint that plant. She'll paint this remote. You know what I'm saying? Phone, iPhone, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm still trying to crack the code on that.
Did you follow it up with a formal art education?
No, actually. Okay, we can get into this. I got a good story.
Let's get it.
Yeah. I was going to go to art school, but other things in life happened. I went into the military.
Okay.
As opposed to going to art school. But yeah, that's the...
Thanks for your service.
Yeah. I'll let them tell their origin story, and we can get into mine later.
Cool.
Yeah.
To me, it was very, I think like most artists, really, I enjoyed drawing as a kid.
Okay.
And I just never stopped. At the end of the day, you just keep growing up and enjoying drawing. And I did go to school for it. I went to school for animation.
Okay.
And that was the goal. I wanted to draw cartoons and work making TV shows and movies. And I made it happen. Thanks and wood.
Got
Get it, buddy.
Now you just ruined all the microphones.
Nah, I did.
Oh yeah.
The table.
Is that how it works? No.
Apparently, Adam 22.
AMSR.
Apparently, Adam 22 on No Jumper will just rage quit if you tap the table on his show. Yeah, that's like a thing. Like
It's in your lap, man.
he's been like, but not me. I'm cool with it, man. You can tap on the table.
No. So to me, I feel like a lot of I have the same story as many other artists. I just always enjoyed drawing as a kid. I will draw on the walls. I will draw under the table, any piece of paper.
Okay.
And I just never stop. You just keep growing and you just keep drawing, and eventually I got to a point where like I need to make this a career. So I went to animation school and got a degree on it.
Okay.
And now I'm making movies and TV shows and it's
Life
the
with
best.
computers. That's cool, man.
As for me, about the same thing. I mean, I think we all kind of figure out when we're children that it's just something we enjoy doing. My father always says that the first time he realized I was going to be an artist was when I was maybe about 5. And I started crying for some reason. I either got in trouble or I fell down. I started crying. And he watched me, and I stood up and I ran to our stove in the kitchen because it had a very reflective side to it. And I looked at myself crying in the reflection, and then I started drawing a little girl crying, and he was like, as soon as she did that, I knew that she was going to be an artist.
That's magical.
Yeah, it was. And then drawing on my papers and tests all in school. And I got points taken off the test because I drew. And then eventually, like in middle school, I started getting points added on to the test because the teachers liked my doodles on the side. So, you know, at a certain point, I realized, like, you can take this somewhere.
Dat universe dough.
Exactly.
I think it breaks down to like none of us really want to work hard. We just want to draw.
Make our art.
So what is do you do a lot of work on the computer, Mario?
Here's the funny thing about it. I didn't do anything digitally until I met these guys. So literally, out of the Lotus Eaters group, I'm the old man of the group.
Okay.
So I'm older than everyone by at least about
20 years easily.
Yeah, about 20 years easily. So
Easily.
I'm the old man of the
OG.
group. Yeah, old man do it. But yeah. So, but yeah, I'm a little bit older than everybody else in the group, so I didn't really grow up doing things digitally. I was more pencil and paper, pen and paper and stuff. And so when I started working with these guys, they're like, hey man, you got to switch to digital. You got to do this. You got to do that. So they literally taught me how to do stuff digitally.
Okay.
So within the last 3 or 4 years, I've been doing digital art.
And he ran with it quick, and now he's overpassing everybody.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm good at it. I'm decent at it and stuff. But all thanks to these guys.
I mean, if you have the artistic skills, I feel like
if you're
it doesn't
inclined,
matter what.
yeah.
It's just learning the nicks and knacks of the
to
program.
me, it's the difference between like knowing how to ride a bike and then somebody says, "Here, drive a car."
Okay.
It's still the same principle. You're still on a machine. It's just you're on a more complicated.
I thought he would have said motorcycle.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well, now I can just like run over pedestrians and stuff like that artistically.
With your art
But
skills.
yeah. So yeah, I didn't do digital, and then these guys kind of taught me the ropes at it, and now I'm okay at it. I'm okay.
Did you have to get used to using any kind of artistic peripherals like the Wacom tablet or the pencil, anything like that?
Yeah, I started with a Wacom. It was kind of weird at first because just kind of the hand-eye translation of digital. And then once you get used to it, it's like riding a bike.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you get the tablet, when you're actually drawing on the tablet and stuff, it's far more easier. You know, it's like it's for those people who are still kind of doing pencil and paper. I would say try to switch over because it's much more intuitive than you would think it would be. And plus, you save some trees, man. You know.
Yeah.
He says that, and part of me is like, all I do is computer nowadays, and it's like, no, do traditional art, do traditional paint, draw on paper.
Yeah, you do
need a
both.
balance.
You do both, but just for volume. Like I would say, like when I'm just getting ideas out, I will sometimes go to digital before I go to paper.
Okay.
Because even with when I'm just sketching with digital, I can use that same thing that I draw and then just like do copies of it and adjust and stuff.
You can work it out easier digitally.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry about erasing a lot of
Yep.
things. You can adjust
You
the
can
sizes
undo.
easily.
Yeah, you can
You
undo.
can undo.
That
Yeah.
undo
In
button.
real life, I
Yeah.
still try to undo real quick if I sketch something wrong.
So I'm very much into digital now. I can say now it saved me money on paper and certain supplies and stuff like that. So yeah.
Money on paper.
Yeah. Listen, I'm old.
And
I'm a
isn't that
cheap
the goal?
bastard, okay?
Hey, we saving that paper money, y'all.
Saving that paper, man. Saving trees, saving paper.
It's important.
It is important.
You're saving the world right now.
Now, where do you guys grow up? In Georgia?
No.
Not-
Well, you did.
I did, but you got a more interesting story because you
I grew
are.
up in Madrid, Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I came to the States when I was 17 years old.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since. I've been in Atlanta over 15 years now, so it is home.
Okay.
I try to go home as much as possible.
Tell them the drinking age.
Oh, in Spain,
in
when I was
Spain.
growing up in Spain, it was 16.
Okay.
And tell them how, when you came to the States, how frustrated you were about the
Extremely.
Mario,
And it seems like such a pity to complain about, but I remember coming here and I just surpassed the legal drinking age in Spain, and I moved here, and I was like, what do you mean I can't have a beer? I have to wait until I'm 21? You get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
When you're getting drunk off your ass at 14, then
Yeah.
you know.
Welcome to America.
You can drink.
Well, you can.
This man was getting wet like back then and shit.
Yeah, I can imagine this dude was like 14 years old getting that.
Oh, he was. He's got stories.
Absolutely.
Hair on his chest and shit.
It's important.
Yeah, it's
lot of
very
it.
important.
Yeah. And you grew up in Georgia all your life?
I grew up in Georgia for pretty much all of my life.
Okay.
My family, they are pretty much everywhere in Atlanta. Like deep roots. My mom and my aunt and them and my uncles and stuff, they went to school with Gladys Knight and some of the pimps.
That way.
I'm about to name drop. I'm not gonna name drop a lot, but I will say this: my grandmother was baptized by MLK Senior.
That's beautiful.
Like I am Atlanta, 100%.
That's the only name drop you have to do.
That's all I gotta do, man. That's it. Okay, Court.
Well, I'm from outside of Philadelphia, Orland.
Born and raised.
Well, born in New Jersey, but
Okay.
then, Philadelphia until I got the job with Floyd County for Archer. And
Okay.
then I moved down here for that 6 years ago, I guess now.
Damn.
Yeah, and Atlanta's amazing. It really is a great city, especially for the art scene.
Uh-huh. That Archer studio is down here in Georgia?
Yeah, it's in Atlantic Station.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they were secretive about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't promote the location.
She
or-
says
okay.
while she's on a podcast.
It's in Atlantic Station somewhere. In Atlantic Station
You'll never find it.
somewhere. Atlantic Station. It's the outdoor mall.
It pretty much is.
And
Oh, it
Is it
absolutely
outside
is.
mall? Yeah.
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 I think that's what
Play
it's colloquially referred to as, maybe.
Is that what it's called?
The
Yeah.
outdoor mall.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
We've
Yeah.
got a giant H&M. That's all you really need.
That's all you need. Giant H&M. You can get like street food, but it's not really street food.
Are there food trucks over there?
Sometimes.
Occasionally.
There used to
Sometimes
be.
during the summer they were
Early-
doing
earlier.
this thing where they bring food trucks every Thursday or something
Yeah,
like
I haven't
that.
seen them in a while.
Okay.
It kind of sucks.
But
Yeah.
Do you guys get a chance to like cruise over to Regal Cinemas and like catch a movie?
Oh, yeah, all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. That's like the best move.
You guys like hype for Avengers next week?
Yeah. I am not going to go anywhere near it for
Like,
until
Don't-
the
I
crowds die
I
down.
was hearing stories of like tickets have been sold out for 2 weeks and people
Yeah.
reselling their tickets on eBay.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind. I'm like, it's a fucking movie.
You're going
Yeah.
to see
No,
it.
listen.
Somebody's gonna ruin that experience with a
Yep.
cell phone very quickly.
Those movies are the new. My mom calls it. She watched her soap operas, and she
Her
calls
stories.
her stories. Her stories. Like the MCU movies are my stories.
Okay, yeah.
So I can now like commiserate with my mom. She's like, I was watching One Life to Live in Santa Barbara. I was like, yeah, I was watching Captain America. Iron Man.
You were like,
It's
you're
the
like,
same thing.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
They did that on purpose.
Listen,
Wanted to make me
I ain't saying I cried. I ain't saying I cried.
Don't tell them.
I didn't cry, but my eyes got moist. But I think it was the AC inside the
It's
movie theater.
raining.
Yeah. It was just the AC in the movie theater. That's all.
Okay.
But yeah.
Condensation.
So back in 2017, the pre-sale tickets went online for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it crashed the website Fandango. And so they were doing damage control in their IT department around the clock, trying to get the site back online and whatnot. And it prompted the CEO to come out and say it's not going to happen again for the subsequent Star Wars movie. And so they basically built a team that is just handling the volume, the traffic for the ticket sales, right? And so this same team has grown exponentially for the Avengers Endgame release, right?
Yeah.
So
It still crashed.
it probably crashed for the what is it? Infinity War?
Yeah.
But this one it hasn't crashed yet. This
So
is
it's still holding.
so he's come out yet again and he's like basically he's like, yo, this team we built over here that's handling these ticket sales, it ain't going down, bro. And it hasn't. So they've done they project a $270 million opening weekend, which is technically the largest opening weekend of all time.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I think it's gonna do 300 opening weekend.
Is 300 million even possible for an opening weekend? That's what we're wondering.
Yeah, because
Are
of the
they
capacity
opening?
and-
Are they opening up in China?
It's going to be
Same
open
thing.
in China, and they're actually adding show times on Friday morning, like 3 a.m., 5 a.m., just to handle the traffic.
If you factor in China, it can pull a 300. I think it could pull a 300 with China. So yeah,
Go Disney.
go
mean,
corporate overlords.
Yeah.
Does Disney even notice it anymore with all the money they're constantly just
man.
raking in from everything they own?
They own everything, bro.
Everything.
Whoever the dude who's in charge of Disney, I could just totally imagine he's sleeping on a bed of money right
The
now.
CEO is Bob Iger,
Bob Iger. Oh, that guy is definitely sleeping on money.
and he
big time.
definitely
Not
can't.
even enjoying it, just sleeping.
Not even enjoying it. He's so used
He
to
doesn't
it.
want other people touching
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He just got like a roll of hundreds on his in
His
his
pillow.
bathroom.
Yeah. Dude, he walked down to the offices of DICE and was like, if y'all fuck Star Wars up one more time, we're taking it away from you guys. We're taking the license away from y'all's studio. We don't need another Battlefront fiasco.
When you can flex that big,
But it doesn't really matter if it's good or not. People are gonna see it.
people are gonna go.
People are gonna see
They
Star
might-
Wars anything.
and they might
Yeah.
not like it, but you already bought the ticket. And
yeah,
you're in
like
the
I don't
seat, so-
care if it looks bad. I'm still gonna go see it.
Yeah. Did you guys see that J.J. Abrams is going to retcon the decision that
Yes.
Buddy made in the second one.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
What happened?
Ryan.
So, long story
All
short.
right.
All right. Long story. I'm gonna get nerd.
You're the worst summarizer.
I am.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long.
Okay.
summer.
All right.
Settle in.
Short summary. So J.J. Abrams did the first movie. He set up a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Like the main thing that he set up was who is Rey's parents, the main character in the new Star Wars. Ryan Johnson said they were
Nobody.
Yeah, they were nobody. JJ, I'm thinking is gonna change some things and make her somebody.
I never
Her parents
understood the
somebody.
reason why they chose. I'm so sorry.
No, do your thing.
Why they showed pick 3 different directors from the beginning to. And I assume they will be working on the same
Not
page.
only did they choose 3 directors, they chose some guy. He did
the
Brick,
second- yeah.
he did one other movie, and then
Ryan
he did
Johnson.
Star Wars. So they basically just plucked some guy
Yeah.
to handle the biggest movie franchise
Yep.
of all time.
He's not some guy, but the problem is that like JJ, he's very much about nostalgic, like bringing about nostalgia, and then he, in a certain way, he's kind of like a protege of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, and then they bring in Ryan Johnson. His whole career is about subverting genres. So he'd do something like Looper, which is time travel. He had a movie called Brick, which is kind of like a
Brick was
noir.
great.
It's
Brick was
great. It's
amazing.
great. But his whole thing has been, I'm gonna do a genre, but I'm gonna twist it, turn it on its head. So they hire him for Star Wars, and what you think he's gonna do? He's gonna
Twist it.
he's gonna twist it. He's gonna subvert your expectations. When really, like all Star Wars people who are a fan of Star Wars, man, just give me what I want. Like, give me some lightsaber fights.
But
Yeah.
at
Give
the
me some
same
Skywalker.
time,
Yeah.
people complain about that sort of thing too. I feel like you gotta, if you're gonna be asking for our money again, like, sure, throw some nostalgia, but like,
I get that, but I think it's got to be like a balance. So my thing
the
is
Force.
it's kind of the handoff. Like when JJ did what is it, the
Force Awakens.
he set some things up. Don't go in trying to like, can we curse?
Yeah.
Don't go in trying to
Cursed
like
it
put
like
your
you
own
can.
shit
Did I?
into the like. The guy handed it off to you. It's like a relay race. Like, take the baton and run with it, and then give it to the next guy. Don't go trying to do your own.
So what's the point now? Now they're setting up the parents going back to.
Yeah,
They're special.
They pissed off the fans so much that JJ is like gonna do fan service and actually give Rey's parents a
So
backstory.
if
I
you're
think
gonna
that's what's
be
gonna happen.
alive then.
Well, so I think in the greater context, if we were to watch these 3 movies independently of knowing what's going on behind the scenes, you probably, I mean, it would have been easy to dismiss like, oh, Snoke was just saying some shit to piss her off, right? But instead, that was canon. But you could just dismiss it that it wasn't canon. It was like a line of dialogue meant to throw the lead or whatever. So
I mean, I'd be totally fine with her parents being nobody. I mean, it's about her. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's an inspiring story where it's like, you don't need to come from these
Yeah.
fancy people.
I agree
You're
with
just,
that.
Yeah.
I agree with
But
that.
I
Anybody
do-
can wield the Force.
I do agree that in the first movie, all I got was that feeling of who are her parents. Where
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
she-
think about it more than
Oh.
5 seconds.
That's my main issue is like you set up a bunch of these questions, and then the next movie you kind of say
You disregard them.
whatever, throw it away, boom, don't worry about it. No, man, don't leave me hanging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me something. Like even if her parents are nobody,
Just to show that you thought about it.
Yeah.
That you didn't just like overlook it.
yeah.
And,
It's like if her parents are somebody, like that's fine if they're somebody, but at least show them. You know, don't leave me wondering. But the thing that he did that kind of made me mad was they told me that she's nobody, her parents are nobody. Okay, just show me. Like don't hide it. Just show. If there are a bunch of
He's so
junk
upset.
traders,
But see-
if there are a bunch of junk traders, show the junk traders.
why?
You know?
Why do you need to see the jump
Just so you can finalize that question. I want finality. If you're gonna tell me something, just show it to me and I can accept it and move on. But the way they did it was she went to the secret dark side cave and she went to go look for the answers and all she touched the mirror and then there was like a bunch of
But
like
then see, they don't explain
vague.
it. But no, I disagree. Sorry.
Okay.
We got big. Like I feel like
about
vagueness
to-
is
we
important.
about
I
to get
feel like
into it.
sometimes trying
Oh, we
to
about to get
shove
into it.
every detail down everyone's throat. It's like let the audience just sort of think what they want sometimes. Don't hand feed us everything. Like I can accept some mystery. I can like float over some mystery. Just
disagree.
Like, no,
I
man. Let's
I-
switch seats. Let's switch seats.
I totally I disagree.
Let me
Courtney.
at him.
Not only do I disagree, after this interview,
that?
me and
That's
you're gonna
all of
thumb wrestle.
That was
We're gonna thumb wrestle.
Mario, we've done this. You know,
I know.
thumbs are
So
very
you know what you
limber.
should do?
You did that.
You
You
should
started
you
this.
should do an artist interpretation mural of what you think her parents look like before the movie comes out.
Okay, okay.
That way
They're
you'll
gonna
get
be
all that
junk
traffic.
traders.
They are.
Nothing.
And
Just
you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Her junk traded parents are gonna be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's
right.
not canon, Mario.
I-
People are
listen,
listening to
I,
this.
I can make it whatever.
Oh.
I can make it
You're
whatever
gonna
I
get so
want.
many angry comments.
I know. Her dad is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's at Do It League.
Her mom's
You can find him
Padme.
on Instagram.
Listen,
Just DM him.
That's a
Just
great
DM him.
handle,
Hey,
by the way.
Yo, listen, don't come at me, okay? Okay, I'm still from Atlanta. I'm still from the West Side. Don't come at me,
Yeah.
okay?
Old man, do
Yeah,
it.
I'll put it on
Not
you.
ready for it.
I'll put it on you, man. We can have some thumb wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not prepared.
But listen, I'm just gonna say this about Star Wars, and then we're gonna leave it alone.
Oh, you get
we're
the
not-
last word. Is that
I-
okay?
I thought-
Please
I thought
go,
we were moving
please
on.
go.
Drop the
Go
mic.
ahead.
Last word is, Courtney, I'm right and you're wrong.
That's fair.
Just DM him. And give him your opinion.
You heard it first right here in the secret room. He's right. She's wrong. We're in the secret room.
Oh, okay. Next topic. Let's talk about the Sixth Sense. I've got some opinions.
Man, so speaking of the Sixth Sense, did you guys see Us?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Jordan Peele's
Oh,
Us? Okay,
so
that's another
excited
good
to
one.
see that
Yeah, it's a
movie.
very good
So
movie.
Do you guys ever do any artwork that's inspired by movies directly? Like, have you guys done a movie poster or anything like that?
Not indirectly inspired.
Okay.
Like I've done stuff where I have a character called Cthulhu Brown. It's kind of like a combination of Charlie Brown and H.P. Lovecraft's
Oh, yeah.
Cthulhu. So sometimes I draw little pictures of him like as character. So I've done them as Star Wars characters. I've done them as what's the character's name? 11 from Stranger Things. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've done that, but very rarely.
Yeah, I've done the same thing where I do
Yours are
characters that I
great.
like from movies, but not so much a poster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not so much.
Yeah, your pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not so much recently, but yeah.
Your pigs are great. Like all the different variations that you do.
3 years ago, I did this project just to push myself where I drew a pig every day.
Okay.
And ended up just being a mashup of pop culture. So it was just like movie characters as pigs.
Oh, nice.
So I ended up with 365.
Did you do
pigs.
the Pulp Fiction Hitman?
I sure did.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course
Sure
he did.
Name it like I've done
here's
it.
the
It was just
here's the cherry on top. So his thing is drawing little piggies, and this guy is officially the last.
I am.
the last Bacon King of
Yes.
Bacon Fest.
Yo,
Dad's garage.
Yeah, at
Yo.
Dad's Garage. He's
So,
officially the last.
he
king
just
of
told all of
Bacon
us that at the same time, so we all just heard that. But I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that for everybody.
That's a good story.
Bacon Fest was a festival by Dad's Garage. It was a fundraiser that they held every year, where it was pretty much all you can drink beer and all you can eat bacon.
Okay.
Sounds pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Like heaven on earth, I would say.
Every year we would volunteer with them and do like ugly caricatures or like, some form of drawing for them, in their booths.
Yeah, which also I guess shout out to Dad's Garage. It's a
Woo.
wonderful
Shout out to
establishment
Dad's Garage.
here in Atlanta,
They're the
Georgia. They do
best.
theater and improv comedy, and they're amazing people.
Thank you for clogging my arteries every year.
Yeah.
Yep.
You killing us.
Yeah, they held last year. They held a Bacon Fest challenge, and I won.
Yeah, bacon. Here, okay, he left out the best parts. So there's a
Get it.
bacon eating challenge that we didn't know was about to happen, and we had just finished drawing. So we're outside, and you're already pretty drunk, and we're just out there. We just hear the announcement, like, okay, we're about to have the contest. Going to crown Bacon King and Queen, whoever can eat these 2 containers of bacon the quickest. And Chris is just standing over there, just sort of watching, and like. Right when they were about to start, he was like, I think I could do that. And he just runs over, and there's such a crowd, like none of us could see where he went. And then we just hear, like Bacon King, and we just see Chris turning around with a crown, like mouthful of bacon. So much confidence. It was pretty great.
I know I can put bacon
He
in my
knows what
mouth.
he's
Put
capable
bacon in his
of.
mouth.
Bacon King, though. That's high
He's
praise.
He's the last Bacon King. So
And now they do a carnival, and it's pretty great.
yeah, I think they stopped Bacon Fest because of him.
They shut
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah,
He
it's
ate all
like
the bacon.
I broke it.
they're like no one man should have all that power. Nobody should have the ability to eat that much bacon.
He still got the crown.
I just want to know where the footage is, man.
No
Had to be a
footage.
few cell
Yo, if you
phones.
were at Bacon Fest last year and you got cell phone footage of my man's eating bacon, I'm gonna need you to send that to the show.
I'll take a picture.
Like-
Still framed to hang up in our home.
the Bacon King.
See, it's like it's those accomplishments you just want to take with you throughout life, you know?
Yeah.
Just live with that confidence, the Bacon King confidence.
The Bacon King.
Just imagine 20 years from now when you've got your kids, you're married and all that stuff, and you're like, Dad, what's that sitting on the shelf?
Just
And he's like, come here, son or daughter. Let me sit on my lap. Let me tell you a tale. In the year of 2017, your father ate so much bacon that he crowned him the king of Bacon Fest.
and I'll be standing in the doorway just shaking my head.
No, you have a proud look on your face, just like a proud mama. Like,
Yeah,
Your
that's
father-
my man.
your father did that. Your father did that.
So, can you tell us about Archer and what it was like working on that show?
It's very fun. I mean, it was the coolest job I could have gotten, like, right out of school. Like, I'd never heard of a Wacom tablet somehow.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure how I got through life not knowing that, but when I found out I could draw directly on a screen, it was like artistic magic.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. The crew is really cool. It was a smaller team when I first started, and now we're picking up a lot of projects, so the place is growing very quickly. But just really cool people, just working with artists all day and drawing a show that is hilarious. So I got to read the scripts, like cracking up as I drew. It was the best.
What network is that show on?
FX, but I think it's FXX now. Did that officially happen?
I don't know.
Yo, who owns that network? Is that a Fox network?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that
I
would
think
make
it's all
sense.
like Fox
Correction.
Effects.
It's a Disney network.
Aren't we all?
For Disney both.
Did Disney buy the television business too?
I think so.
I think so,
I
yeah.
think the only thing they didn't get is the sports and news.
Who cares about that?
Yeah. So
You work for Disney,
Yes.
kind of.
No one like. When was the last time you saw a training video that you enjoyed?
Oh, still though. Disney, I just
I hear
expect Little
Starbucks
Mermaid
gets a little out of the box creatively with their training videos when they sit people down.
I believe that.
They call the third space. Have you all heard about that?
No.
Starbucks. Okay, so you're either at home, you're at work, or you're in the third space, and that's where people come to work at Starbucks in the third space.
Get the fuck
third
out of
space.
here.
And that's their internal agenda that they're pushing. They're like, when you see people there working or just coming there to work, you got to let them work because they're in their third space. They could have been at home, they could have been at work, but they chose to come here.
I never understood people that fully spend time at coffee shops to work. Cause and maybe it's just me because I'm such a home person, and I'm like, if I can be home, why would I be at a coffee shop?
Yeah.
So, and of course everybody's different, and maybe you
Maybe
get
you
distracted at
work,
home or
Maybe
your roommates.
You're out
or,
looking for a lady artist, and you know.
And she
Maybe.
gets to
That's where they
know
hang
that you're
out.
working on
Yeah.
your newest novel.
but
Right here,
no, I
coffee.
just every time I see people and they're like fully working at Starbucks, I'm like, I don't know why.
But then it's also like maybe you live with roommates, and it's like,
Maybe or you just hate home. Or,
You need internet
That's a good
access.
There's also
Yeah,
that.
that-
There's
that
also
is a
that.
good reason. Like if you have roommates and you just kind of
you want to be out of your
Yeah,
place.
Now, have you seen these people that pull up to Starbucks with a whole iMac?
Yeah, and that's another person. I'm like, how? Why? That's
That's
too much.
technically
Some
a
people just wanna
desktop
be seen.
computer that
Yeah.
they're bringing with them
Yeah.
to. I've seen it. I've been like, you get it, man, get it. You send those emails, god damn it.
Right?
Yeah.
In public, let them know.
Okay, I have seen people in Starbucks bring like blankets and a little pillow,
Okay.
and they like get in a little nook. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's weird though. I don't get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the third space,
it's the
man.
whole-
Yeah, don't mess with
space,
them, Mario.
space,
Show some
That whole
respect.
company, they invaded a whole language. Well, not a whole language, but
Venti, grunt. You
venti,
still
tall, grande. Oh, I
Does it-
can't stand it.
You deliberately go like small.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Like,
fucking small.
You mean tall?
That's
No,
it.
I want
meant the
small.
I
one.
want a small.
They're like, sir, it's
Here in the
this.
third space. No,
No.
pisses me off.
that's kind of what we've done with Third Eye. We've kind of, like people definitely come here to
No, this is the third space.
have that third space kind
It's
of.
the real third space.
It's secret room.
It's such a dope place. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It really is.
Have you guys shown tours of what this space looks like? It's
Usually-
so dope.
So we used to have this place open front and back, and it was set up like a boutique. Back in 2013, when we first got started, we actually were blowing glass in that garage. We had little glass blowing stations, and we would make wire wrap jewelry, pipes, and things of that nature. And we would vend at like Counterpoint Music Festival, and like we did the Iris thing at the like EDM when EDM was like
Was there a lot of foot traffic back then? Because I feel like this place is blowing up now.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago.
Nah, it wasn't. This would have been like if we were still doing that now, it would be crazy. At some point, the previous owners of the Met were like, "That's way too many explosive materials in one little area." Now we had it all like professionally set up and whatnot because there were like little stations. We had all the gas routed the right way.
I believe that you guys do everything right.
They were just like, it might be a little too dangerous or something. So, and then everybody grew up, got married, and had kids, and then it was like not cool to be hippies and do hippie shit
So
anymore.
you're not
So,
selling bowls anymore?
nah. I mean,
now?
you can get a bowl. I mean, if you need a bowl, I mean, let me know. But it's like,
Let's see. I always
we're
see a
not like
selection.
manufacturing them, but we would do like all this custom glass here and stuff.
That's really
And
cool.
that was like old Met. Now this is like new Met, right? Like they wouldn't let us throw events here. The previous owners, we would have security. We would have to have security or something like that.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
We're really trying to throw more video game tournament, or I am.
Oh,
You should.
Sick. Yeah.
And
Percent.
This is the perfect space
I think
for
it's
that.
going to happen.
Nice.
So I just got a bunch of PlayStation 2s. I got like 4 of them, right? And I'm going to soft mod all of them and get like a LAN Outrun thing going on. I'm a big Sega Outrun fan. That's like my favorite video game. So Outrun 2006 is like this racing game. And it was set up in the arcades for 4 cabinets to be right next to each other, so 4 people could all put quarters in and play.
remember.
So I'm gonna recreate that using the PlayStation 2 version, and
Awesome.
That's really
and
cool.
it's like we could go Gran
100% you should
Turismo,
do that.
Yeah.
but I'd rather do.
They changed the car for license issues.
Yeah, Ferrari took that
Yeah.
license back.
Uh-oh.
That's actually, if you buy the original Outrun on the Switch, they had to make a custom sprite that is not the Testarossa.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the taillights on it. It had to warm up to me.
You know, the
I
cool
bet,
thing
yeah.
about it, you said that your chair that you're sitting in, it's pretty much like a race car chair.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Thanks,
I
man.
admire it.
This is my gaming chair.
It's cool. I like it.
Drops of water.
I get mad headshots in this chair.
So are you guys excited about all the change upcoming to the Mets?
I've heard rumors of a coffee shop and like
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
a laundromat.
South and ooh, laundromat.
Like, isn't the belt line going to be connected?
Now that I don't know. I hope so.
I feel like that
think
just
so.
makes sense.
Yeah, I
They want
think
foot
so.
traffic because no one else is really coming up.
It would be mad large. I know the train station next door is like the biggest.
Yeah, and I know it's right there. I've heard that they've been talk of doing a bridge from the Mora to here.
Dude, that would be
That would be
next
smart.
level.
I have a story about that particular train station.
The West End train station.
Nasty? Is it PG?
When I was 17, I got robbed at the West End train
Oh,
station.
rip.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Blaming.
Okay.
Mario, please tell us your story.
So there was a comic shop newsstand like in that little area.
Okay.
And I'm a comic book nerd. So I would not to say I was a smart kid, but I would get out of school early, and I would go.
Avoid the traffic.
I would take the train and I would go get my comics at the train station. And I remember I had like a herringbone gold necklace. And just imagine this guy about like 100 pounds lighter. So bigger features, bigger eyes.
picturing you in
Yeah.
suspenders.
So I had like a herringbone gold chain and I had a handful of comic books. I'm going up to the train station. And mind you, there was like a MARTA police guy at the entrance of the train station. And then you got to go up the steps of the West End train station. I'm going up, 2 guys coming down. And I just knew. The way they were looking at me, I just knew it's done. Because it registered in my head. Oh, shit, I got this big-ass herringbone gold chain.
Oh, you look too swag, Mario.
They got me. And I was screaming. And
Did you up?
they didn't beat me up. I kind of fought back as much as I could fight
Did
back.
they say anything, or was it just like, whoop, they're
They
at
just,
you?
they just took me. They just snatched
Roughed
my
you up.
chain,
Oh.
threw my comics down, and the whole time out.
Oh,
But
they threw your comics like in the movies, like the bullies. Oh.
He's lived that life, man. Mario has been there,
I
man.
lived that life. They threw my comics. I was more mad about the comics than I was about my
as
gold
well
chain.
you should
As
be,
well
because
as
those
I
are on the
should be.
ground now, and
But
those are weak
here's the kicker. The MARTA police guy was at the foot, like he was down like a ways of the where you go up the steps. He was right there. And I'm screaming like, help, help, help. That motherfucker didn't do nothing. Like I'm picking up my comics. I'm all like kind of like hurting my feelings and stuff. I'm picking up my comics.
Were they
And I'm like, hey man.
Up to
They was
the
coming down.
station?
I was going up.
Okay, I was gonna say if they went up and just waited for their train and the guy did nothing,
No,
that's,
they got my chain and
they went down. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more
They
sense.
gave me like a little 2-piece sandwich, and I gave a little 2-piece sandwich.
Maybe
they
we
gave
can-
more 2-piece sandwiches, and then they got me. Yeah.
Maybe we can ask the viewers to leave their I got beat up or I got jumped and they stole my comic story in the comments.
Listen,
Hashtag I got jumped.
I would have been more mad if they stole my comics. So I didn't care about the gold chain.
Yo, man,
true
if,
that.
if you ever been
Gold
jumped at the
chain.
West
I was
End train
there.
station, drop an
I
angry
would.
react in the comments, man. Let me see that angry emoji.
So yeah, that's my West End train station
And
story.
also, if you're listening and you were the person who grabbed Mario's chain,
How dare
and
you.
you were-
People.
yeah,
Two people. Two
who do you
people.
think you are?
Two
Both
people.
of you.
If y'all still out there, the two guys who robbed me when I was a 17-year-old, I forgive you, and
I don't.
feel free to contact me.
We gonna find out where they live.
Yeah. We're gonna find out. Nah.
Here's the golden question, though. What comics were they?
Okay, I remember.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
Okay. Okay, I remember.
Let's go there.
I remember this was it was mostly X-Men, and I remember it was like Age of Apocalypse comics.
Let's forget.
There was some Captain America in there. There was some Spider-Man, but mostly X-Men.
Where'd you get all this money to buy so many comics?
Back in his day, they were 10 cents.
Oh, that's right. You
I'm
exchanged
not
them-
that old, okay?
exchanged them
went and
for-
he
He had
There was
that
only
lemonade
it was only like
stand.
$1.25. But how I get the money? Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Hey, don't worry
He still
about it,
wants
man.
someone else's gold chain.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you think I got a hair? But it was karma. Came around. Nah.
Used to call him Money Mario.
Money Mario.
He had the coins. Like,
I had all the coins, but the money moved. Nah.
Not touch this.
But yeah. So that's the tangent. But yeah, that train station, I have feelings about it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so you guys have artwork all over the city.
we do.
Inside of multiple.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We get in there. We get in
Trying.
there.
It looks that way. You've
getting
got
there.
inside businesses. Do you guys are you guys inside any schools?
No, I don't think we are inside schools.
No, we did the what's the academy in Decatur?
Well, we've
Yeah.
done some.
We did art there, but it wasn't
we
like
did
any
art there.
permanent
Yeah.
Yeah.
mural. Or
Okay.
mural.
the benches. We did the school.
Oh, we did do
Oh,
those
yeah.
benches.
Yeah, we did the school
art
benches.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've worked with a few high schools and a few middle schools.
I think
with
that was
some-
elementary or
Elementary.
We done a lot of schools.
But that,
Okay.
that was more about going in and painting with the kids and showing them things.
Oh,
more
okay.
than putting a
Instructional.
Mural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
adorable.
So, and you guys document a lot of your work on the Instagram account that you have, Lotus Eaters
Yeah,
Club, right?
at the Lotus Eaters Club.
When what's the genesis of that account? What's the origin story? How did you guys arrive at the name? Has it always been you four? Is it more than you guys?
No, there's actually a lot more. I'm gonna take this question if I may.
Get it.
Go for it.
Wu-Tang of Atlanta art.
We're about, I think, 8 to 10 artists. A lot of us work together in the same studio, so it became a friendship. And we outside of work, we would always hang out and draw. And it became. We started with the Free Atlanta Free Art Friday. If you don't know about that, it's you can hashtag Free Art Friday ATL.
Okay.
And about every Friday, artists drop free art, and you can find free art all over the city. And we started with that, and we wanted to do an augmented reality art. How can we do the cartoons that we like in the animation and mix it with murals and free art?
Okay.
So we developed an app where you can, if you have a piece of art, you open our app, the piece animates. And maybe
Very
we can
nice.
show it right now.
Check it out right here on the screen.
That's really cool.
Is that how it works?
This is
Oh, look at it. Right
this is
there.
exactly what he's talking about right here.
So it became a goal project. Like, let's get together and make this happen. Let's try to figure it out. So we created their Lotus Eaters Club. I believe Rod came up with the name.
Okay.
He's not here right now, Kilamari. And
Are we talking about the origins of the name?
yeah, the origins of the game. I mean, we relate to the Lotus Eaters. It comes from the Odyssey.
Okay.
When they're traveling around, they arrive to this island, and is where the Lotus Eaters live. And basically, all they do is they eat these plants, and they party, and they eat, and they
Play around.
It's
debauchery.
debauchery. It's
Okay.
plain debauchery, and we work really hard, but we also party pretty hard. So it was a perfect example for us of like, we're just a bunch of drinkers and stoners, and we draw and we work hard, but family of just having fun and enjoying it. So we connected with that name. I was like, yeah, that's us.
Cool.
So yeah, and then we just grew from there. We started doing with that project. It took off, and we started doing murals. And very luckily, we've been growing
Pretty consistent.
very consistently. There's about 10 members in our group, and we are all editors, artists, animators, illustrators, designers. So we have a little bit of everything. So we're trying to grow as a company, and because we have so many.
Talented folk.
Yep.
Now I'm sure a lot of people listening at home are wondering, How can they get in the club?
It's an exclusive club.
Yeah, unfortunately, not taking new members at the moment. But yeah, we're pretty solid on that. But it's always nice to have,
It's exclusive membership only.
Yeah. See, I like to think of us as I said it before, the Wu-Tang Clan of Atlanta art.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because just like the Wu-Tang Clan, we're individual artists with our individual styles, but when we come together, we form the Lotus Eaters Club, like the Wu-Tang Clan, like Voltron. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that.
So like,
So many nerd references.
yeah.
For days.
So Rod would be like the RZA.
I
You know what
knew
I'm
he was
saying?
gonna start
You would
naming.
be the
Ghostface.
you a Ghostface.
Ghostface.
He's Jizza. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I'm old dirty bastard. I guess I don't know.
Oh, you guess.
Now,
Dying
Big
to be
baby
old dirty
Jesus.
bastard.
Big baby Jesus. But yeah, but like just like the Wu-Tang Clan, everybody has like skill sets that are very specific to each one of them, or styles that's very specific to them. Like we got members of our group who can do like very like detailed, anatomically correct art. Like Courtney, oh man, like when it comes to anatomy
you
and
the
stuff
goat?
like that, she kills it.
Are you the goat for that?
She's the goat. She's one of the goats for like anatomy. Chris, man, like as far as like animation,
Yeah.
this dude, this dude can animate anything.
What kind of software tools are you using these days?
My preferred one is Harmony, Toon Boom Harmony.
Okay.
It is by far the best.
It's got like a huge community. Everybody uses it.
Yeah, I feel like it's fairly standard. I think in the animation industry, it really goes from Harmony, Toon Boom, and Flash. Flash is still very much used because it's still Adobe Flash, or I guess it's called now Adobe Animate.
A character animator?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I actually did not know that Flash was still a driving industry force like that.
Because it's very cheap.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
when you're looking at, you can buy Flash for $400, or you can buy Harmony for $1,200, and you need 60 seats
Okay.
for your animation studio. It really becomes a
I
big
see, I
difference.
see, I
For
see.
example, BoJack Horseman,
Yeah.
Netflix, that's
Still
Flash.
Oh, is it really?
It's also
100%.
like the people who are leading the projects also worked in Flash their whole lives.
Oh, okay.
it's
So they
like, we
prefer
know
it
this
because they
program,
know-
it's cheaper. So
They
let's
can
go
like
for it.
what? No. So what are some pros and cons of either software suite? Like what's something you can do really well in Flash that you might not be able to do in Toon Boom or vice versa?
I think it's vice versa. At least to me, I can do everything better in Harmony.
Okay.
So I mean, there's nothing that I can do in Flash better that I can do in Harmony. And
It's just cheaper. and that's
it's
always
just
nice.
cheaper, and that's that.
Okay.
I'm always gonna lean towards Harmony. It's just driven for
Leaning
animation.
towards harmony.
Oh, it's
That's
beautiful.
sweet. That is beautiful.
Now, are you? Is it more? Are you more PC, more Mac? Are you ambidextrous? Can you do both?
I like Macs. I
Okay.
like Macs.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of that came from Macs are fairly standard in the creative world.
Yes.
So every studio that I've worked at, it's always been Mac.
Okay.
So I think just for that, you just get used to it. And,
Sure.
and compatibility, you have a Mac at home, you have a Mac at the studio, you just
Have
Mac
you
all
have
day.
you ever just rolled up your sleeves and gotten down and dirty in Windows 10?
It's going back to PC.
We just switched to
after-
PCs.
yeah,
Oh, you guys did?
We
Yeah, 'cause
just switched
they're
to
cheaper.
PCs.
Macs are
What's
just-
the idea behind that?
They're cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our studio is growing so quick that equipping everybody with a new Mac
Yeah.
is like
That
money
Apple
adds
tax.
Up, but it's
Yeah.
like seriously trying to bounce back to a PC after
We're
a Mac
doing
is
a-
headache and a half.
We're doing a big project, a feature film for Netflix right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to staff big time. So just to stay, the whole studio to stay in the same page, we're switching to Macs because they're so much
Or to
cheaper
PC.
to PCs.
Yeah.
So it's been a little bit of like, and it's the same. At the end of the day, it's the same. It's
Just need
just,
to get used to it.
Yeah.
it's just
The shortcuts.
the shortcuts and space or screenshot or command and control. But at the end of the day, it works the same way. I'm just used to Macs.
Hopefully, your IT department can configure a group policy that Windows won't automatically try to slide in those updates.
We do have an amazing IT department, and they're the giants.
During the day.
They take care of everything for us.
For sure.
This is what I was going to ask you guys. So I work in a lot of digital art, right? And sometimes I'll be editing a video or something like that, and the power will go out. Now, I've since hard-coded this autosave every 10 minutes or so, and it's unfortunate when you're working on something and then it just dies on you, right? When you guys are working on murals out in the world, and you guys are going up against the elements. Have you ever been like 50% complete and then like had like a dog piss on your work while you were working, or a car splashing water on it as you go by?
We're pretty good about setting up the space and knowing what to expect. There's a few things where like rain right now.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times like we can't paint because it's pouring down.
Okay.
I feel like the main thing that is most common would be like, oh, we ran out of this color.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
can we make this work with another color, or do we have to go and try to get more of this mix?
There's been a couple of times where like it just took too long and we're painting at night and we don't have any light, and there's been a couple of times where we're painting with the flashlights on our phones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But since it's not technical driven, and a lot of those things, we don't have those kind of issues. We're like, it's mostly our human error that, oh, we fucked up, we forgot to bring this, and we don't have it, and we just have to make shift and figure it out on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
One time on the Marta mural, we brought enamel paint for one of the colors, and I just remember that being like a very annoying, because enamel paint is like, it's not as opaque, so you're putting it on, and it takes forever to dry.
I think I put
We
at
put
least
like 11
8
layers.
Yeah, 11
and
layers.
it was just,
Yeah.
If it wasn't completely dry, if you tried to
It was
put more
worse.
paint on, it would tear up all the paint
Yep.
underneath. Oh,
That was the worst. That was the
that was
worst.
hell on earth.
As Lotus Eaters Club, what are some projects that you guys have coming up that you could talk about?
we have a few murals. It's not, well, we have a few murals coming up in
Hapeville.
Hapeville. It's not fully set in stone yet, but I'm excited for those. They're
That's
going to
gonna be a
be
big
one of the
project.
biggest murals we
Huge.
have done.
You guys are going to be documenting the process on the Instagram. So,
Yeah.
so guys, go ahead and make a new tab while you're listening to this and pull up Lotus Eaters Club and bless these people with a follow.
Yeah, follow us. We're
Check
dope.
out the art.
So a project that we'd like to get going is our own little video game. We've been thinking about that for a while,
yeah.
and we
Yeah.
platform gaming, and we've got such a great team of like artists and coders, and all of us love and play video games. So it would just seem like the natural next step.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute because we're just now doing messing with the coding and the look and the
Much to think
I've
about.
done a few
Yeah.
animation
It's gonna be a
tests already,
big
but
project.
yeah, I'm excited for that project. And then mainly just trying to get walls.
Just trying to get walls.
Yeah, it's our favorite thing to do. So it's
Do
the best
people
way
submit walls to you as leads? Like, check this wall out.
It's a combination of both. Like oftentimes people will come to us, but we also headhunt.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you see
walls
a
and
wall
stuff.
that's
Yeah,
ideal,
like man, a lot of times, me and you, man, we be out there just like
hitting people up.
Yeah, and it's
hitting
always just
pavement,
like the
yeah.
whole like the recommendation of like the walls available, it looks good, they have the budget or not,
Okay.
because that always implemented
usually a
like
budget issue.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always a budget issue. I'm like, oh, that's a great wall, but I'm like, I don't have any money.
I
I can't spend my own money to paint that wall. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
spend
our most recent
4
one,
days of hard work.
Westview Grocery.
It was fun.
That was literally how we. There's many steps how we got it, but literally I was helping out a friend who had a mural on one piece of the wall at Westview Grocery on the west side. It's a good corner store. It's awesome. Has a lot of great stuff.
It's right there.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I've never been. I gotta go check it out.
It's great.
We
So,
just
but
painted the outside, so
Yeah.
you see.
Oh, okay.
how we got that, essentially, my buddy Beardy Glasses was doing a mural, and I helped him out. And then I like, hey, man, get on this. Like, I went to Chris, I'm like, hey, man, stay in contact with these people. And he made it happen. So it's something as simple as you just come across something, you talk to the people, then you just stay in communication, and then it works out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, Westview Grocery is the most recent one. No, actually, Here's the most recent one, and then Westview.
No, we just did a mural. We just did a thick mural
Yeah.
on Studioplex right next to
That's
Prague.
it, Studioplex.
Yeah.
You can check it out right here.
Wow.
Yeah. And Westview
It
Mural,
looks so real.
Westview Mural, right here.
Can we do something with my hand, like and a laser sound?
Yeah.
Okay, what are we looking at?
This.
Whoa! Choo choo choo!
Hey, ha ha ha.
What's happening?
Whoa!
Graphics. They don't,
Yeah,
they
they're
have the
doing
little
movie
apple.
magic. Just roll with it. Oh, that one!
Oh, that one.
Oh gosh, that was quick.
I'm lost. I don't know what's happening.
Lotus Eaters Club.
Yeah. We're very awkward people.
No, but fun.
Yeah, but fun people.
And I want to thank you guys for sitting down with me today.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
having
having
us.
us. It was so
yeah,
much
man.
fun.
A lot of fun.
What do you say we get out of here and get some pizza or something?
Oh, I'm
Do
gonna
it.
do it. Let's do it.
Is it
I
pizza
think I
time?
can do some
It's
pizza.
pizza time.
It is very much pizza time.
Wait a minute. Is it Fellini's Pizza?
Best pizza.
It's gonna be Fellini's.
Can we have a sausage and pineapple or ham and pineapple.
I
Classic
think they can put whatever we want.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It's like
you hear that, Rod? I'm getting ham and pineapple.
It's like flatbread with some shit on top of it, you know.
Yep.
Really, that's all it is. It's an open faced sandwich.
But
perfect match.
before we get out of here, just because we've got the ears of everybody from inside the perimeter all the way up to New Jersey,
Oh shit.
let these folks know something, man.
I have the innate ability to sleep on command anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's inside, outside, lots of noise, music. It does not matter. I can fall asleep anywhere.
We probably have some pictures of that.
We do.
I can
So
sleep
many of them. Oh,
anywhere.
so cute.
I can sleep anywhere.
I got one right here.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Wow.
Yes, I have
Your
that
turn,
ability.
because I'm trying to think of something fun. You go.
Bacon. You can eat a lot of bacon. Why he's taking the time
Yeah.
to figure that out. So yes, we're doing a few art shows around town, and Pope Bookstore is going to be the most recent one. Pope Bookstore.
You have some work right now hanging.
Kylan Gallery.
Kylan Gallery.
I have some art at Kylan Gallery. Shout out to Blockhead.
Yeah, we have a show coming up. Pope Gallery.
Yep.
I think it's 11th and North Side.
Yeah.
11th Street and North Side. Really cool space. It's art street theme with some amazing artists, and we're excited for that. It'll be there showing for a few weeks, so swing by and check it out.
Excellent.
Yep.
Do I have anything? You pointed at me like I might have something.
You have the kindest,
Aw,
sweetest soul
no.
of anyone I know.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
Big soul.
Big soul.
Big soul.
Man, you see who I'm sitting here with, man. You heard it first. It's Ben Scarborough and the Lotus Eaters Club chilling here at Third Eye Collective in the secret room, man.
Secret room.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.